Hi everyone. So in this video, let us know about how do we know what we know. So it's a tricky word. So we are going to know the process of knowing. So it's started in 1936, and the process of knowing is called as cognition. And all this theory, what we are going to see is by Jean Piaget. He's a Swiss psychologist, and he is rated to have a subject called genetic epistemology. Genetic epistemology is like this. John Gregor Mendel is the father of genetics. Likewise, Piaget is the father of genetic epistemology, and that is origin and growth of knowledge. So, genetic epistemology is nothing but how the knowledge grows. This what we are going to see is 30 years of research. See how much stalwart he is. He has written these many books, and he has given cognitive structure, and the theory goes for four stages. So we'll see all those things. So this is a simple concept which occurs in elementary class. Water cycle. So water cycle is one. The water from the sea gets evaporates and forms the clouds, and from the clouds it will be precipitated comes back to the earth. When a teacher teaches this concept to the students, the same concept will be formed in the minds of the student. This we call as a constructivism. As the kids construct sand homes, likewise the kids construct these concepts in their minds. Constructivism. How does this happen? That's what this theory. And he names cognitive structure as schema, and these works, whatever we learn, that will be taken inside the cognitive structure by the process called adaptation. Adaptation occurs in two ways. One is assimilation, the other one is accommodation. Let me tell with this a small anecdote. Let us take a baby, a newborn baby. We call that as a neonate. So neonate is a newborn baby. So to that baby, mother's milk is easily digested. But after few months, we have to give the solid food. Directly giving solid food will not be digestible by the kid. Therefore, what we do, we'll make a semi-solid, and that semi-solid given for some days. After that, solid food is given. So here's the milk will be taken as such. Solid will not be taken as such. After some practice, it will be taken. How the milk is easily digested by the kid. Likewise, if the knowledge is easily digested by us, it's called assimilation. How solid is digested after few training. Likewise, if the hard knowledge, if the hard concept, it's understood after several attempts, it is called as accommodation. So this is the difference between assimilation and accommodation. Easy concepts understood, that is assimilation. Hard concept understood after several attempts, that is accommodation. These process of accommodation, which is taking several attempts, we call it as equilibrium. So before understanding the hard concept, that will be in disequilibrium. After understanding, that will be in equilibrium. Okay. So let us go to the fourth stages. We said sensorimotor stage, pre-operational, concrete operation, and formal operation. We'll start with sensorimotor stage. So the name itself we have sensory. So the child understands through the sense organs, sensory motor stage. So this is age 0 to 2 years. So they know kids know the get the knowledge by touch, and this is called as action schema because through actions only they know, and for them I am different, the world is different, that they cannot understand. This they may understand in the second stage, pre-operational stage. But at this stage, myself and the world are different entities. This they may not be understanding. Basic memory will be formed. So basic memory will be formed at this stage. Delayed imitation. So imitation is a process where they can see and do. That's what imitation. But at this stage, it is delayed. Imitation it is delayed for after several father or mother they will try to do many times. Baby will do after seeing that and they will do at the many times they will see and then they will do delayed imitation. Not by seeing only once. So object permanency. So the object, see this pen is permanent. Whether it is here in my hand or it's on the table or anywhere, it will be permanent. This they will not understand. This is called as object permanency. Object permanency will not be formed. So let us go to a YouTube video in which we see how the object permanency happens. See the video is being formed.
New babies aren't quite sure what happens to objects when they leave their sight. Sky's mom keeps disappearing and reappearing. No wonder peekaboo is so much fun. During their first year, however, infants will learn an important concept: object permanence. Everything has a life of its own, even if it is out of sight. At Maya's age, babies.
So by this you would have understood that object permanency. At this stage, it will not be there, but at the end of 2 years, object permanency will be formed. Suppose they take our mobile phone or pen, whatever, then we will take it from them and we will act it that throwing away until it's gone. So that they may not be knowing that it's there, but it is. They will think it is gone and won't try to look after it. But at the end of this stage, object permanence will be formed. Now we go for the second stage, pre-operational stage. It is 2 to 7 years. They ask lot of questions. Which father, mother, or neighbor, eldest, grandpa, grandma, they find it difficult to answer all those questions. So symbols will be formed, image will be formed, language will be developed. That's what symbols. A, B, R. So those things that will be formed. So they'll be egoist, they'll be self-centered. Parents are for me, like that they will think egoish. So language acquisition. So they play games, but no rules will be followed. If a father is playing with the kids, if they are getting out, they will not accept. They will be keep on playing, even though if they are getting out. No rules for the game. They will not no show they cannot get empathy. Empathy means understanding others' emotions. This they will not get it. This is true. So animism. So animism is that see this image and we can get it. A child no after coming from school they will treat these dolls as student and they'll start taking classes. This is animism. This is prevalent in this age. But when they go to the next stage, this will not be there. Animism will not be there. In the third stage, fourth stage. If in the third stage and fourth stage animism is coming, then that is a problem. It should not come. So conservation. Conservation means the quantity such as mass, volume, and number will not change with respect to spatial shape or it may assume. So let us look at a video. Here you can see a kid is being experimented by a psychologist. So where they are showing liquids in juices in two different glasses.
How many rulers we have? One, two. Two ruler. Which ruler is bigger? Is this ruler bigger? This ruler is bigger, or they are the same? They are. They both have same water. They both have same water. Okay, now I'm gonna put this water over here. Now this glass has more water. Look at the glass. How many glasses we have? One, two. Whose glass has more water? That one. This glass has more water.
So I think you would have understood. They have shown two glasses of equal size and they have put water. After that, they are transferring into another thin glass. This has been transferred and asked the kid whether the water is same. The kid said yes, but the volume is one and the same. They are not understanding. That is why the conservation will not be formed. Will not be formed at this stage. Conservation will be formed in the third stage. So for this conservation, decentration have to be there. So decentration is thinking in more than one dimension, focusing on more than one dimension. That is also not there. If decentration is there, conservation also will be there. Reversibility. The ability to think about the steps of a process in any order. This is called reversibility. We'll give example. Suppose I say that 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Similar way, let me reverse this. 3 plus 5 is equal to what? They will not be able to say. And if you go to another example, suppose Suresh, Suresh is there. Who is the brother of Suresh? So brother of Suresh is Anbu. Who is elder to Anbu? This they cannot answer. So this is the reverse meaning. So these things they cannot able to answer. This is called reversibility. The ability to think about the steps of a process is any order, forward or reverse. This will be set right in the third stage. Now we move to the third stage, concrete operational stage. 7 to 11 years. So a concrete is needed. What is a concrete? A concrete is the opposite word is abstract. Abstract means which we cannot see by our eyes, whereas concrete means seen by our eyes, a percept. It's needed to easily understand. That is why teachers are using TLMs in this stage. If TLMs are there, they can easily understand the concept. Reversibility will be formed. They can think in forward or backward or in any steps. Conservation will be so the conservation will be formed because they have grown up. So you can see this video. A girl in 7 to 11 years of age is being tested by a psychologist where the same question of water in two glasses or juice in two glasses is shown and asked to uh, say whether it's equal or not and also being
So first we're going to
transferred.
look at these two cups right here. Do you think there's the same amount of juice in this glass as there is in that glass? They're even? Okay. So we're going to take the juice from this glass and pour it into this one right here. Okay, so now we're going to look at this glass and that one. So do you think that there's more juice in this glass, more juice in this glass, or do you think that they have the same amount? Same amount. Okay, why do you think that they have the same amount? Just because this is skinny doesn't mean it's not the same amount. It has the same amount of juice in it, but it this one is just wider and this one's skinnier, but they have the same amount of juice in it.
Now you got the child got it right. Here the child got it right in conservation. Again, decentration will be formed to focus on more than one dimension. This also will be formed. Reversibility is there. conservation is there. So they can classify the things. If you give them, they can classify the things as like this. So this one is metal, the other one is non-metal, the other one is metalloid. So these things they can do. Understand rules of the game. In previous pre-operation stage, they will play without understanding the rules. Now they can understand the rules of the game. So the last stage, formal operation stage, 11 to 19 years, see how the knowledge is growing. They can think in abstract. Even though there are no things before your eyes, they can think of electron, proton, neutron, magnetic waves, force of attraction, etc. All those things, abstract things they can understand. They can predict what will happen when A is added to B. So what will happen? So they can predict this thing. Hypothesis formation. Suppose, let me ask a question whether now it will be rained. So, suppose I ask this question to you whether rain will be formed or not. So, you will go out and see, just see the sky whether the clouds are there, whether the temperature is reduced. So, those things you will see, and then you will form a hypothesis that rain may come. If you say that rain is coming, it is because the cloud should be there, and also the cloud should be, if it's a dark cloud, then rain is sure. And if the length and breadth is of more than 2 kilometers, rain is sure. Low temperature, dark cloud, denser cloud, rain is sure. That time, if you form the hypothesis, then it may become true. Hypothesis is before thesis. So when this hypothesis will become true, when you get the rain. So hypothesis will become thesis when you get the rain. So these type of hypothesis is called as temporary truth. This temporary truth will be formed in this age. So they can construct experiments, do arrange experiment, do the experiment. They will show empathy. They can understand others' emotion. So, so they know the aim of the game. What is the aim of the game? To keep us healthy. That is the aim of the game. Those things they know. So they go for logic. So what is a logic? A simple example we will give. Suppose I see a crow. All crows are black. This is a common statement. Here is a crow. And what is the color it will be? It is black. So this comes from the first general statement. This is called logic. So these they will follow. And they construct an experiment, do an experiment, arrange for the experiment. So it's a concise of the 4 stages. In sensorimotor, it's only touching. So action schema. So in pre-operational stage, what is here? Conservation will not be there here. Reversibility will not be there. There will be ego. Symbol will be formed. They can understand language, all those things. When they move to concrete operational stage, so they can think when the objects are before them, concrete operational stage. So reversibility is there. They can do they can think. So conservation will be there, decentration will be there. All these things will be there. So when they move to formal operation stage, they can form hypotheses. So these are the 4 stages put in a single slide. And what are its implication? Sensory motor stage. Practice best, playing is better, no language acquisition. Here language can be taught, avoid lesson switches, conservation and reversibility, etc. So concrete teaching learning materials needed, hands-on experience can be given. Here TLM may not require, but even if you show that it will be better. Higher concepts can be taught because they can form hypothesis, they can test the hypothesis, discover learning. Thank you all. So with this, we'll meet in another video.